Today we get into having one of the toughest discussions you can have with an employee who needs to be let go. But first, I want to start out by thanking Blinkist for sponsoring today's video, but more on that later.
How do you deal with an employee who keeps making the same mistake and has caused a strain in your client relationships? Basically, I want to hear how you, Tim, fire somebody who's not working out.
Ooh, I've never fired someone in my life, Chris.
Are you serious? No.
Talk to me in a year or two, Chris.
How could you have not fired anybody with a 15-person agency?
You know what's funny? My dad has never fired anyone either, and he has like a 40-person company. He coaches them out. And
okay, tell me how you coach somebody out.
Okay, so I don't.
That's a nice way of saying.
Yeah, it's basically around, you understand that this is a strong core value, and you're not really living up to it in this way. And maybe they see other people getting more opportunities than them that are earlier in their time at the company. I can't speak to this super strongly. I can speak to how Michael Scott says, I don't fire people, I hire people and inspire people. That's my take on this. I will fire somebody someday. I will fire
That's like
somebody.
A Midwestern response to a
It
tough
is very
question.
Midwestern.
Come on, man. Come on, don't be such a nice guy.
Okay, when I fire somebody, it will be because it's been 6 to 9 months of, I've given very clear expectations. I've told them more than once that they were not living up to expectations. I've expected, and this is one thing I'm coaching our, other people that are starting to manage people on our team too, is you have to have an expectation that they're going to fix this. You have to have faith that they're going to fix this and give them time to fix it before we make that decision. So yes, it's a young company, so I don't have a ton of experience. We have kind of coached somebody out. I think you have to give them at least 2 or 3 times. I think it's actually I think 3 times of you are not living up to expectations here and very clear criteria. And here are the things you could legitimately improve. And then, yeah, I can't speak to the actual firing though. I'm sure I will.
I'm going to talk about it. So I'm going to help you out here. So you've helped us out. I'm going to help you out. I'm going to give you a free coaching session on how to fire people.
I like it.
It's not something I like to do. There's that expression, like when a father or mother brings their child in and they have to spank them or dish out some punishment, and they say to them with a straight face, "This hurts me more than it hurts you." And it really feels that way. And I'm not talking about hiring some person like George Clooney to come in from up in the air and saying, the merciless comes in and just slays everybody in the office, 200 people at a time. I'm talking about one-to-one. Small businesses have to deal with this, and it was a big fear of mine. And it's something that hurt me emotionally. I would dread doing it for weeks, and it's just sleepless nights. So I do want to say that. And then I got coached on how to do it. So I'm going to share with you the last way I fired a person, which wasn't that long ago. Basically pulled this person into the office, and I start out with a little context and an emotion. I said, this is going to be a difficult conversation for me, and I've toiled over this for a period of time, weeks and months, and I don't know how else to say this, so I'm going to say it. So they're bracing for impact already. They know this is tough. There's an emotional thing that's going on, and they know what is about to come. Now, almost every time I've done this, they always act surprised, because people you fire, they are clueless at this point. The ones that are doing great have high self-awareness. They know how they fit within the machine. They're always looking for ways to improve. The ones that are just bumbling around, hitting their head on the wall, and it's this is just a waste of time and energy. And so then I go into the next part, which I say to them, okay, we've had many conversations about this, and you say you're not living up to the values or whatever. I needed this from you, and time again, I've been let down in these very specific areas. So at this point, I don't know how else to do this. There's a lot of places you can go, but this is not one of them. So today, it's going to be your last day here. So I have a small severance package. Go talk to HR, and they're going to give you some paperwork to sign. And once you're kind of come around to this and emotionally are okay with it, if you want to talk to me, happy to have a conversation with you. All right. Thanks for your service to the company. I wish you well. And that's it.
And that's why it's super important to grow so you don't get fired. And one of the ways I do this is by reading. And that's why I love using Blinkist, the sponsor of today's video. So like you, I made a lot of New Year's resolutions, and one of them was to read 12 books this year. I've picked out a few already I know I want to read, but the problem with most books is that they're long, and sometimes I want to know what I'm in for before I commit to reading it through all the way. That's where Blinkist comes in. All right, so Blinkist is an app that takes the best insights from over 3,000 nonfiction books and condenses them into about 15 minutes. This is going to be a huge help for you if you're trying to read more this year like me. Currently, I'm listening to The All or Nothing Marriage by Eli Finkel to better communicate with my partner. Right away, I can get the key takeaways and summaries of the book. All right, so the first 100 people to use our link are going to get unlimited access for 1 week to try it out. You can also get 25% off the full membership if you want. The 7-day trial is completely free and you can cancel at any time during that period. Remember, supporting our advertisers helps support us so we can make more content like this for you for free. So click the link below to support our journey to teach 1 billion people how to make a living doing what they love. Now back to the video.
If you hired them, usually they can get another job, right? Like if they're capable of, that's the thing I always think about. You're just scared. Yeah. And you're scared right now. Like if I had to do that, like just the employment situations are difficult. I'm a compassionate, and I know you are too. So that's the hard part about those things.
I wanted to share something with you that really helped me to understand this, that we think a lot about the power we have over people, and we tend to obsess and to amplify it more than it really is, to say like, well, they're working for me, and if I put them out, especially during these tough economic times with COVID and everything, they're going to be totally hosed. To think that in the world that the only place they can work is for you is a little self-centered.
Yeah.
And it's tough. Like you have to just get over that, and that each person, like you said, you coach them out or they talk themselves out of a job. Like I wanted it to work. I wanted to give it every opportunity. And that's why I took on the risk of hiring somebody. And it's them consistently not living up to what I would consider even the minimum. I'm not talking about going the extra mile, but just there's a minimum here. Like you're taking up precious resources that somebody else could be using, who wants to be here and wants to show up every day. So generally speaking, those people are phoning it in. And at that point, I say, there's other things for you. And more often than not, everybody that I've kind of kept in touch with after the fact, they've done much better at some other company that is more in alignment with who they are. Like we said at the very beginning, it's true with clients, it's true with employees. Everybody deserves the right person, company, place, brand, vendor for them. They just need to find it, and it wasn't here with us.